Welcome back to 5 Minutes with Faith in Motion. I'm Lori Bell, and today we're talking about something most of us know, the fruit of the Spirit, or at least we can recite them fast enough to feel spiritual. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. But here's the twist. Paul never wrote the fruit of the Spirit as a motivational Pinterest list. It wasn't meant to make us nice. It was meant to make us different. Different from the flesh, different from the world, and different from the version of ourselves we'd be without Jesus. The fruit isn't about personality. It's about evidence. Evidence that the Spirit is at work in you. So stay right here so we can dive in what the Spirit produces in motion. Fruit that shows up in real conversations, real pressure, and real relationships. We often say the fruits, plural, but Paul actually wrote fruit, singular, one fruit, expressed in 9 distinct flavors. And why does that matter? Because spiritual maturity isn't choosing between love or patience or joy or kindness. The fruit grows them together as one living thing. If love is there but no patience, that's not fruit, it's preference. And if joy is there but no self-control, that's not fruit either, it's impulse. If kindness is there but no faithfulness, well, that's not fruit, it's image management. The Spirit doesn't produce a fruit basket, it produces transformation. Jesus said that apart from me, you can do nothing. Translation, you can't willpower your way into fruitfulness. You don't wake up and say, today I shall produce kindness from pure grit, right? Fruit grows from connection, not effort. A branch doesn't strain, it simply just abides. So if your fruit feels thin, weak, or maybe inconsistent, don't shame yourself. Just check the connection. Are you abiding or performing? Are you leaning in or are you burning out? Are you walking in the Spirit or just sprinting in your own flesh? Paul follows the fruit list by saying, since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. That's motion language, not sitting, not knowing, not memorizing, but walking. See, fruit happens while you move, while you're doing dishes, while you're leading meetings, while you're parenting teenagers or forgiving a spouse. Maybe it's just driving in Pittsburgh traffic or sitting in a doctor's waiting room. Fruit is not theory, it's formation. And formation requires motion. That's why in Faith in Motion, we don't just talk about fruit, we walk it out, literally, physically. We put our faith into motion with our bodies because formation isn't just what you think, it's how you live. See, the Spirit produces love, not when people are easy, but when they aren't. Joy, not when life is smooth, but when it's uncertain. Peace, not when the storm ends, but right there in the middle of it. Patience, not when progress is fast, but when it's slow, painfully slow. And kindness, not when you're rested, but when you're running on fumes. Faithfulness, not where there's applause, but when no one's looking. Gentleness, not when you agree, but when you don't. And self-control, not when temptation is small, but when it's really strong. See, fruit shows up in the gap between what you want to do and what the Spirit is calling you to do. And that gap is where transformation happens. So here's the part that we miss. Fruit is not only for you, it's for your witness. We're not known as disciples because we go to church. We're known because we love. And love has friends, right? Kindness, gentleness, patience, peace. When your fruit moves into action, people notice. And not because you're impressive, but because it looks like Jesus. The world doesn't need more Christians who know the list. It needs Christians who live the list in motion. So this week, don't try to grow all 9. Just ask instead, Spirit, Lord, where are you inviting fruit to move in me today? And then walk it out in your commute, in your conversations, in your responses, in your conflicts, in your waiting. Fruit is spiritual, but it's also very practical. And that's how disciples become visible. That's how faith becomes motion. And that's how the world sees Jesus, not in theory, but in life. If this blessed you or challenged you, please share it, not for the algorithm, but because fruit grows in community. I'll see you next time for 5 minutes with Faith in Motion.